Hey guys, it's Daniel here, and I just wanted to make a quick video because the England squad has just been released for the World Cup. Now, I wasn't actually planning on making it, but I've literally just got home and they've just announced the squad. And there's a couple of controversial choices maybe, a couple of talking points, so I'm just going to talk about them now. So the squad will be up on the screen so you guys can see it. But let's start with the goalkeepers, alright? Start at the beginning. I don't think there's any surprises with the goalkeepers. You could argue that Joe Hart not going is a bit of a surprise, but I don't think he was ever going to start, so it's a bit pointless taking him really. We've got three keepers, that should be enough. Butland, Pickford and Pope. Now I personally think Butland is our strongest option. I think we should start Butland for the important games for the majority of our World Cup campaign. But Pickford as well, also a very good keeper, and Pope. I don't think he's going to start, but he's also a very good option. Now defenders, there's actually a lot of defenders in this squad. However, we all know central defence, or centre-back, is probably England's worst position. But we've got a lot of defenders, a lot of full-backs in there as well. One surprise inclusion, maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's been playing well for Liverpool obviously, but we haven't really seen him that much of in an England shirt, so that's quite an interesting one. Will be interesting to see. I don't think he'll start. I think Trippier and Walker are both ahead of him, but we'll get onto that in a sec. Gary Cahill, obviously we knew Gary was going to be there. He's a solid centre-back, probably one of our best centre-halves. Can't go wrong with Gary Cahill. Phil Jones as well, not really a surprise there. Always been in England shirt, and he's fit at the moment, so why would you not take him? A good option to have. Harry Maguire, bit of an interesting one there. Maybe we could have seen what's he called, Michael Keane from Everton. He's been obviously playing for England before, but he's not had the best of seasons. Harry Maguire's had a good season, struggling Leicester squad, so yeah, it's not really a huge surprise, but wouldn't have been on my top list. Danny Rose, I think he's our best left back. Bit of a shock we haven't seen Ryan Bertrand in the squad. I would have taken Bertrand. I think he's a very good left back. John Stones as well, solid option. Very, he's England's centre back. We were never going to not take him as long as he's fit. I think he'll start most games. Trippier as well, good right back, solid option obviously from Tottenham, and I think he'll be second choice, like I said, behind Walker. Ashley Young has been involved as well. I don't think he was, on everyone's books to be there, but I think he's had a good season, obviously a good couple of seasons actually at left back for United. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ashley Young going. I think he's a good option, especially for the dressing room, an older character as well. Will be quite good there, and Kyle Walker as well. I think he's one of our best players, if I'm honest. I quite rate Kyle Walker. So not really any surprises towards the end there. Maybe, yeah, Alexander-Arnold, Maguire, the two, maybe Michael Keane and Ryan Bertrand could have been in there as well. There's not many huge surprises in the defence. Maybe could have done with a couple more centre-backs. Not really too sure. Our centre-back options, like I say, aren't really the best. Tarkowski, that's another one. Why is Tarkowski not there? He must be in the reserves or something. But he would have been I would have taken Tarkowski actually, ahead of Maguire. Midfielders looking pretty standard towards the top. However, you may know, or you may not know, Jack Wilshere is not in the squad. That was the big talking point. I definitely would have taken Wilshere. He's fit at the moment. Maybe he's not fit all the time, but I think he's one of England's best players. Every time he puts on that England shirt, he literally drives the team forward. He's such an attacking-minded player, and I think you need that sometimes. Even if you're not going to start him, I would have definitely taken Wilshere. I think he's one of our best players as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain's obviously injured, but he would have been on that plane for sure. And he's another one of my favourite players. I think those are two of England's better players. Not that we have that many, but I think that those two should have been in the squad. Obviously, Oxlade-Chamberlain would have been if he was fit. But Wilshere, I am quite surprised he's not in the squad actually. But Dele Alli obviously is probably one of our best players as well, so obviously no one's surprised to see him there. Delph, quite good for, he can play a lot of positions, so that's quite helpful really. You want that in your squad so he can always slot in anywhere. But it was, maybe not the most conventional pick. I maybe not would have picked him myself, but he's a good player to have. Eric Dyer, one of my favourite players as well from the England squad. I think he offers a bit of stability there, and he can obviously play at the back as well if we need it. Jordan Henderson, obviously, been captain and all that. He was always going to be on the plane, and he's a good option to have. Maybe we don't have the strongest central midfielders as well for England, but Henderson's up there. Lingard, very good option there. We can use him quite well. I think he'll work well out wide with Sterling maybe on each side. I think those two would be really well. So obviously Sterling's in the squad as well. Now this one here, right? Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now that, for me, is quite a surprise. I wouldn't have picked him myself, but he's had a good season obviously with Crystal Palace being on loan. Be nice to see him go there permanently, I think, as well, on a club point of view there. But I think it's an interesting choice from Southgate, obviously bringing Loftus-Cheek. An interesting choice, really. I wouldn't have done it myself. Maybe would have put Wilshere in there ahead, just for experience as well. But Loftus-Cheek's obviously one of our young players. He's, you know, supposed to have quite a good future. If he gets a bit of game time, maybe in some of our, well, I mean, it's the World Cup, but some of our easier games, maybe, can't really go wrong. Yeah, and then Sterling was the last one. I already mentioned him. I think Sterling's probably our best player. You can see the season he's had at Man City. I think Sterling is a phenomenal player, and hopefully he can do it in an England shirt, because we could need it. Strikers, for me, not really many surprises. Obviously, Harry Kane's going to be leading the line. Marcus Rashford as well. Those two are good options to have. Jamie Vardy's on there as well. Now, Danny Welbeck is in there. Now, that might not be a surprise, but for me, if you're not taking Wilshere because of injury problems or whatever, maybe don't bring Welbeck as well, because they kind of have the same problems. But Welbeck, maybe not for me. But obviously we don't really have that many top striker options. Maybe Charlie Austin, a fully fit Charlie Austin would have contended for the squad at least. Jay Rodriguez as well, obviously not had the, you know, West Brom haven't had the best season, but I think he has had spells where he's been quite good. Maybe he would have been on Southgate's list somewhere, I don't know. But our strikers there are strong enough. I think Harry Kane obviously is going to be the main one anyway, so we don't really need to bring anyone else. Jamie Vardy as well also had a very good season. Those two, if they get working together, could be very interesting, could be very deadly up front. But yeah, hopefully you guys agree with some of my opinions. If you don't, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this video as well. Leave a like, guys, share it everywhere, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys with another video very soon. Goodbye.